Hello everybody, it's Jen. This is a quick video to break down the components of a very basic movement, a sumo squat deadlift that is frequently taught. And I'm going to do it just from a physics perspective. So the first thing I want you to notice is oops, we don't want to do that. I'll skip out of there. When I squat down, I take hold of the bar. And I take hold of the bar in such a way that I pull the bar in towards me. This is because the bar, this is my load, right? We can all agree this heavy thing that I'm trying to pick up is heavy, so it's going to be my load. My fulcrum or my pivot point is my hips. It's also my knees because I am in this more squatted type deadlift position. The effort to do all of this is going to come from my back and my hips. So I've got a few things going on here, right? How I grip the bar is going to determine how I am anchored to the bar, but then also how I'm anchored to myself. So I can grip the bar in such a way that this part of my back and this part of my shoulders have a difficult time feeling the pressure, or I can grip the bar in such a way that those parts of my body are intimately integrated into the movement. Let's watch this a little bit further. So I've gripped the bar, I've pulled it in towards me. That little pull in that I just did, and I'll slow that down. We can watch that in slow motion. So I come down and then I pull the bar in towards me. This is because I am moving the load closer to my pivot point. This is going to make the load feel easier. I am all about making things sustainable and easy. And then I'm going to stand up and then I'm going to come down. And one of the things I'm going to do when I come down is I set the bar down, I regrip, and I sit my hips back down. So again, I'm moving my pivot point closer to my load and I regrip each time. You can't see that because the bar's in the way, but one of the reasons I do that is because each time I regrip, I am able to reset the anchor and get the feedback from my hands against the bar, which gives me feedback all the way up into my arm. So how I grip the bar is incredibly important for how I am able to do the lift, but it is not where I'm getting my leverage. This torso right here, my torso, this position and this position of my hips, so these two things kind of work together, are going to determine how easy it is for me to lift the bar up. Just from the leverage perspective, it has nothing to do with my hands. This matters because sometimes people throw around words like leverage, but because they don't fully understand the physics, what they're referring to isn't what's actually happening. So I think it's useful to have a clear idea of how this all works. The lever arm in this situation is, oops, I just moved the window, not me, is my torso. This is my lever arm. This is my lever arm right here. All right. Okay, and then you can see I just go through. There's a couple of things you could say about this. I clearly do the motion by tipping my torso forward a little bit more. If I didn't do that, so you can see how my hips come up, but my torso stays still. If my hips and my torso moved up at the same time, it would actually make it a little bit easier than how I'm doing it. I hope you found that useful. Sometimes I think it's helpful just to break movements down and see their basic components. If you did find that useful, like, share, subscribe. And if you want more information about just movement and how it works from a holistic perspective and from like a total systems perspective, including the nervous system, check out my new book, Spinal Intelligence. It's out now. All right. Thank you, everybody.